right, guys, let me get this up here, make sure that you guys can see. Okay, and let me go ahead and. All right, guys. So we have some new rules set up for the upcoming tournaments, but these rules will not apply until after the Xbox tournament on June 25th. So, again, the last tournament ended up being 11 hours. I never want to have you guys in tournaments for that amount of time, especially on a Saturday. I understand that a lot of you guys do enjoy the tournaments, but I don't want to sit there for 11. I don't want to sit in the tournament for 11 hours. I don't want you guys to sit in the tournament for 11 hours either. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and yo, Lady B was good. I'm gonna go ahead and explain these new rules, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys have seen. You guys already saw the picture, and I just wanted to clarify. On most of these, well, all of these rules really, but also I'm gonna need you guys' suggestions on what you feel. I've gotten some suggestions from some people, so a little live editing for you guys. I've gotten suggestions from some people. A lot of them were already implemented, but people didn't understand, so I don't feel like I'm explaining everything to my best abilities. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and read off these rules. So all tournaments with 16 max players will now be double elimination. So anything past 16 players will be single elimination. So again, any tournament exceeding 16 players will now be single elimination. So that will kind of eliminate us being in stream or in the tournament for longer than 3-4 hours, so that you guys can enjoy the rest of your day. All players are responsible for checking in. So this is a big thing that I did not have implemented for some reason, but it will now be implemented. So when you guys sign up, I will no longer be manually putting your name on the bracket. You are responsible for putting your name on the bracket, and when check-ins happen, if you don't check in, the site automatically takes your name off of the bracket. So what that will do is that will eliminate no-shows, and that will also cause me to be more informational. I know that a lot of you guys feel like you didn't get enough information, and I do apologize for that happening. But again, you guys got to communicate that to me as well. Let me know, like, hey, I don't feel like I got enough information, or I didn't know that this was happening or that was happening. So if you're not checked in at tournament start, your name will be removed. Signups will now open 2 days before the actual event. So the past two events, I've been promoting them for the full month. So a lot of people have been signing up and forgetting that they're signed up. A lot of people they thought they could make it and couldn't make it, but didn't get to tell me on time. So a lot of that stuff factors into what happens in these tournaments. So from now on, I'm going to open up the brackets 2 days before. So all this applies after June 25th. I'm going to open up signups 2 days before the event. So again, big thing here, appear online. If you appear offline, I won't invite you to a match. So if I send an invite to an offline appearing player who doesn't make the 5-minute grace period, that player will be ineligible for 2 of the following events. So again, if you're not online, I can't assume that you're going to be there for your match. You're not appearing offline. Now, I know a lot of you guys appear offline for different reasons. If so, let me know beforehand, because if I go to your name and you're offline, I'm automatically going to assume that you're not online. So it's like, basically, what am I sending? Basically sending an empty invite. But I've been doing so. I've been sending the invites for the benefit of the doubt, and some people show up and some people don't. So if you're going to continue to appear offline, let me know beforehand so that I know, like, hey, I can still send the invite and know that the person will be here, but they're appearing offline for a reason. So on to the next rule. You must add me on PSN or Xbox. I'm not hunting anyone down. So again, I had someone ask me if we can just have you guys join the room. So again, with that, if I don't have you added as a friend, and if I give you information on PlayStation, if you don't have Discord, if you're not on the stream, which is a big thing, if you're not in stream or on Discord, and I send out information like, hey, the stream starts at this time, the matches, I got the room set up, and you don't know when your match is, you're just either gonna be sitting in a room or you're gonna be sitting waiting for an invitation. So with that being said, I'd rather you add me so that I can be able to send you the invitation, or say, hey, message you like, hey, yo, I need you in the room. And that's going to be a huge thing starting off with after June 25th. These tournaments will be heavy on you being in the room. So I'll go ahead and go over that. Also, another big thing, but again, I applied another rule change that is not on this list. So you can participate in both console tournaments if you have both consoles. Okay, I had somebody message me say, hey, that might not be fair to some people. If someone wins the PlayStation tournament and they win the Xbox tournament, it's going to discourage people from wanting to sign up because that's constantly happening. So what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and go to the bracket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the last tournament for prime example. All right, so we have our top three and we have our drop down. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me go ahead and make sure you guys can see that. See what I'm talking about. All right. So we're zoomed in. We have a top three as Shirai Ryu Pain, Kaiser, and Hijinks, correct? So what I'm going to do is from now on, the top 4 of each tournament are not eligible to play in 2 tournaments. So that would mean Shirai Ryu Pain, Kaiser, Hijinks, and Hatman will not be eligible to play in 2 tournament events. So what I'm going to do is, with these 4 gone, that next tournament will not have the top 4. Okay? Then, once we get another top 4 in that next event, they're not going to be eligible for the next tournament. So with the top 8 being gone, so let's say Shirai Ryu Pain, Kaiser, Hijinks, Hatman, Jet Ring, RGF Who Wants Second, Akira Jappo, and Astral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So these 8 will be set up in a top 8 tournament. So we'll have one event with the first top 4 out. Second event, next top 4 out. On that third event, we'll run the top 8 tournament, and then those players are eligible to return on the 4th tournament. So if that makes sense to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and explain that again. After June 25th, the top 4 of each tournament, of each single-man tournament, not team tournament, Shirai Ryu Pain, Kaiser, Hijinks, and Hatman will not be eligible for the next King's Combat PlayStation tournament. That'll be number 6 and 7. Okay, so the King's Combat PlayStation Custom Controller tournament number 6 and 7 will not feature Shirai Ryu Pain, Kaiser's, Hijinks, and Hatman. They will not feature these players. So in King's Combat PlayStation Custom Controller Tournament number 6, the top 4 of that tournament will not be featured in number 7. So these players will not be eligible to play until Custom Controller Tournament number 9. So that rule change of you having both consoles won't really be in effect until after June 25th. So the top 8 in Xbox as well will not be eligible until 10. until Xbox King's Combat PlayStation Custom Controller Tournament number 10. So again, a lot of these rule change will benefit our new players that are coming in, and will kind of keep the competition there and up there. So I currently have 13 players signed up for King's Combat Custom Controller Tournament number 6 over on Xbox. I do have Shirai Ryu Pain and Hatman signed up for this event. This rule will not apply until after this tournament. So we're basically doing the rule changes to be fair to our Xbox players. Now, I made a post about something that's in development with making everything easier to sign up. If you don't have Discord, if you're not in my stream, and if for some reason we're not friends on PSN, well, we're going to have to be friends on PSN and Xbox for me to be able to send you this link. So this is the sign up site. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and make sure you guys can see that. So it is not the fanciest of sites just yet. It has the next featured event, and also it has your registration info. So what you're filling out here is what system you're on, your PSN, if you're on both, or whatever system you're on, your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN here. Now, it's also going to ask for your main Mortal Kombat 11 character, your main Injustice 2 character, your main Tekken 7 character, and your main Mortal Kombat X character. All this stuff, I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't really care about. Is it is just all visuals. Hold on, give me a second. So it's all this stuff is for visual reasons. Now I make player logos with your main character and your gamer tag on it to be put up on stream. I care about it mainly for visual effect and for you guys to be able to get your clips. Now, when you scroll down here, up here to the left, it's going to have a calendar. Now, what's good about this calendar is let me see. Let me move myself over. Now, what's good about this calendar is it shows your time zone for my events. So what that means is I'm going to go ahead and scroll over. And also, as a bonus for everyone that visits the site early, we have the events planned for up till September at this point. So if you're looking at this at this calendar, you can see the events that are up next. So June 25th has the I'm going to go ahead and make that a little bit bigger, but it has the time zone. It has my time zone, but when you look at it, it's going to have your time zone. So it's going to say, if you're on the East Coast, it's going to say 1 p.m. King's Combat Custom Control Tournament number 6 for Xbox. Now, if we scroll over, it's pretty small. July is full of events. So this is the King's Combat PlayStation Hands of Justice Tournament number 1. This is the first Injustice 2 tournament that we're going to have. So it gives you the time zone, when it starts, when it ends, what the event is. So when you click on it, it's going to pop up just like this. So the good thing about this is it gives you your time zone for my event so that you know what time you need to be in. Okay, and then we move on to the next event. We got Queen's Combat PlayStation Femme Fatale number 3. That's the third installment. Okay, and then after that, on the 23rd, we have the Hands of Justice for Xbox. Okay, and then we have Queen's Combat Xbox, our first installment of that. So hopefully we'll have enough players for that tournament. Then we got the Gauntlet events for MK11 coming up. Okay, we got August. Gauntlet for I think that's supposed to be for Xbox. I'm glad I'm looking at this. And then oh no, we have it down here, so I have 3 different events. I will go ahead and fix those, but again, in August or September 3rd, we have our first Tekken tournament, Tekken names, and for PlayStation. And so if you guys go ahead and scroll through, we have events up until September. So all these events are pretty much planned out already. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as rules go. Now with this site, I'm going to probably make another one because on this part it requires you to have a Google Drive, and I don't know that everyone has a Google Drive, but this is just something to make it a little bit easier for you guys to sign up, and it helps me for future events so that I pretty much know what to give you guys coming up. So again, it'll have the next event, which will be King's Combat Custom Control Tournament number 6. It has the fill outs for you to fill out what system you're on, your gamer tags, and who your main characters for all games that I hold tournaments for. And it also gives you the events and times in your time zone for when these events are happening. I'll also be doing like clips of the tournaments, stuff like that, so you can get them off there. We'll also be doing player profiles on here. But again, this website is in development, so it's just something for you guys to get signed up if you don't have Discord, or if you're not in, if you're not in with the information, or you feel like you don't have enough information. Um, so again, when you guys fill this out, I'm going to show you guys. When you guys fill this out, I've filled one out myself. So it's going to send me to this page. It's going to show me all the responses, and it's going to show me what you guys responded. So again, PlayStation member, Abstract D21, Xbox member, Abstract D21. Who is your main Mortal Kombat 11 character? Geras. Who's your main Injustice 2 character? Batman. Who is your main Tekken character? Lee. And who is your main Mortal Kombat X character? Raiden. So it'll show me all this, and all this information down here helps me with is what your logo is going to look like in your gamer tag. So I'll be able to add you instead of, asking you all a million questions. I'll also have information on the events. I'll be making videos on how the events work and what, when they run and how they run. So